The answer coming soon. Will the WNBA have a season or not? I'm scared, man. I'm shaking in my boots.
Did you hear that? That right there is not panic. That is prophecy. Because here we are, Caitlin Clark is out in Miami looking like the most dangerous basketball player on planet Earth. USA Basketball's training footage is breaking the internet. The momentum is real. And somewhere inside a Manhattan hotel, a room full of suits just spent 12 straight hours pretending they care about a deal. 12 hours. From 5 in the evening until 5 in the morning. And they walked out with nothing. No deal. No agreement. No season confirmed. Just guarded optimism. You know what guarded optimism is in the WNBA? That's what they say right before they blow the whole thing up. Let's be crystal clear about what's actually happening here. The WNBA has been riding the biggest wave in the history of women's sports, and the owners, the people at the top, are sitting on that wave refusing to share a single drop of water with the athletes who made it happen. We are talking about a league that just locked in an 11-year, $2.2 billion media rights deal. $2.2 billion. That number didn't come from thin air. It came from packed arenas. It came from record TV ratings. It came from a cultural moment that almost every analyst in sports will tell you, directly, unambiguously, was built on the back of one player.
Little side step, shooting it, knock down. Hold on, let me change my angle. Y'all can't really see it that well. Let me change my angle a little bit. Look at that knockdown. One more time, Caitlin. Give it to him one more time. One more time.
That smooth, effortless, elite-level production you are watching right now, that is the product. That is the asset. Caitlin Clark, currently repping USA Basketball just weeks after returning from a devastating ankle injury that stole half her 2025 season, is out here dropping sidestep threes in practice like she never left. And according to a financial analysis out of Indiana University, Caitlin Clark was responsible for 26.5% of all WNBA economic activity in 2024. Alone, one player, her economic impact was projected to eclipse $1 billion in 2025. $1 billion. And do you know what the WNBA paid her? $76,000 as a rookie. And even under the current expired deal, the Supermax, the absolute ceiling for any WNBA player, was $249,000. $249,000. In a league generating billions. And this is where everything falls apart. The players aren't just asking for a raise, they are asking to be treated like partners in a business they built. The players' union proposed a salary cap around $9.50 to $10.5 million, up from $1.5 million, with players receiving roughly 26 to 30% of gross revenue. You know what the NBA pays its players? About 50% of basketball-related income. The NFL? About 48%. The WNBA? Under the current deal, players received approximately 9.3% of all league revenue. 9.3%. In the most explosive growth period the league has ever seen.
Hamby with the smooth move. Hey, I'm looking at Caitlin's durability. I'm looking at her durability. Look how she tried to get that. She was D'ing up there and then she moved for the closeout. She got the blow by, but hey, it is a good sight to see that she's running around and, you know, she's hard stopping. Oh, let me try to get over here. Good sign, good sign.
These players are literally fighting through injuries, fighting through pain, playing through contact that would shut down most athletes. And the people counting the money want to use the word sustainability as a reason not to pay them. Sustainability as a reason not to pay them. Sustainability, as if a league that just for the first time in its history generated enough revenue to trigger revenue-sharing $8 million split among all players, is somehow too fragile to compensate the workforce fairly. Let me put that in perspective. $8 million total to the players. The league just signed a $2.2 billion media deal. That is not sustainability. That is control. And honestly, this is the real problem. Because it took Napisa Collier, one of the best players in this league, someone who has been watching this play out for years, to finally go scorched earth at her post-season exit interview to pull the curtain all the way back. Collier didn't just criticize the league, she named names. She said, and I want you to hear this clearly, she said Commissioner Kathy Engelbert looked her in the face and told her that Caitlin Clark should be grateful. She makes money off the court. Because without the platform the WNBA gives her, she wouldn't make anything. She also said players should be on their knees thanking their lucky stars for the media rights deal. On their knees.
She stated on site at the Langham, where the WNBA and WNBPA just began what's been described as a potentially pivotal meeting in CBA negotiations. WNBA leadership, Liberty owner Clara, WNBPA staff and counsel Breanna Stewart, Alicia Clark, Nneka, and Bree are among those I saw walking in.
That pivotal meeting he's talking about. That's the same session that ran 12 hours at the Langham Hotel in Midtown Manhattan on March 10, 2026. Breanna Stewart, Nneka Ogwumike, Alicia Clark, Brianna Turner. These women sat in that room from 5 in the evening until 3 in the morning, and then league and union staff kept going until 5 a.m. WNBPA Executive Director Terry Jackson walked out and said things were going in the right direction. Commissioner Engelbert called the situation complex and complexed. The March 10th deadline, the one that was supposed to protect the full 2026 season, came and went without a single word of agreement. Training camp is April 19th. The draft is April 13th. There are over 100 free agents waiting, and the clock is running, and this is where you have to pick a side. Because Caitlin Clark stepped in front of the cameras at USA Basketball Camp in Miami, 8 months removed from an injury that derailed her entire 2025 season, and said she wants to see both sides get in a room, iron it out, and shake hands. She said that's how business is. You look each other in the eye, you shake hands, you respect both sides. That is a superstar trying to be diplomatic. That is someone who knows exactly what a canceled season would do to the momentum she personally spent 2 years building. With her ankles, with her body, with every sidestep three and every buzzer beater and every sold-out arena she walked into.
Oh, it's going to be amazing. Like, as a kid, this is what you grow up watching. So, obviously, I've watched a lot of really great players, and now I think it's kind of like going to be a pinch-me moment. Like, this is kind of what you dream of, and obviously, as being somebody that's played for 3 junior national teams, you know, not many kids that had that opportunity get this opportunity, so just super grateful.
You hear that? That is a young player talking about what it means to wear USA across her chest. That is exactly the energy, exactly the momentum, exactly the reason why a canceled or shortened 2026 season would be, as Izzy said, just bad business. But it's worse than bad business. It would be a betrayal of every fan who bought a ticket. Every kid who started watching women's basketball for the first time. Every player who took a charge, took a pay cut, took an overseas contract in the off-season just to survive, all while the league cashed in on the culture they created. The WNBA owners received a $2.2 billion media windfall. They watched their franchises skyrocket in value. The Fever, once valued at $90 million, are now closer to $340 million because of one player, and their response to the people who built that. 15% of gross revenue. A supermax salary that didn't even hit $250,000. Condescension dressed up as sustainability. So here's the verdict, and I need you to be honest in the comments. Either you believe that WNBA owners are investing in the long-term future of women's sports and the players are asking for too much too soon, or you believe these owners are exploiting the greatest period of growth in league history to lock in a cheap labor deal before the money gets too big to ignore. There is no middle ground on this one. The deadline passed. The 12 hours produced nothing. The season hangs in the balance. So tell me right now, are you riding with the players who built this league, or are you siding with the owners who are trying to cap what it becomes? Drop it in the comments. Drop it in the comments. Because this fight is far from over.